My name is Janet Edmonds. I was born in St. John's. You could say that I was drawn to theater at an early age. I don't remember ever not being involved in theater. I've been really lucky because I have never really been typecast, I think. So I've gotten to do such a broad range of things that it's kind of crazy. I was first diagnosed with cancer in 2013. My reaction was not really what I thought it would be, and I don't think it was what the doctors thought it would be, because they told me, they said, "You have breast cancer," and I said, "Yes." My doctor had called me at home and said, "I have to send you to see a surgeon. I didn't think that this would be the case, but it is cancer." And I said, "Okay then. When do you want me to go?" He said, "Right now." When I told my family, I was the only one in the room not crying, but that's just me. And we did the first surgery, and the margins weren't clear, so I had to go back for a second surgery and then a third surgery before they finally got it all. I remember asking, well, what stage cancer is it? And it was stage 1, and I immediately felt relief because stage 1 is manageable. You can deal with that. First time around with cancer, as I said, I had a month after my chemo before my radiation started. It was Christmas. Then I went out down at the ship inn. So my friends were playing in their bands, and I went down. I had a few dances with my dad, and then someone I knew was leaving, and I walked across the room to say goodbye to them, slipped down on a bit of boot water on the floor, got up, and my foot was dangling like this, and my ankle was shattered. I was sitting right there in my pajamas with my foot elevated, of course, on massive amounts of painkillers. And my mom looked out the window here, and she said, "There's a bunch of people walking up the street wearing Santa Claus hats." And it was a bunch of my friends who go caroling at St. Clair's every year. Wild fields and floods, rocks, hills and plains. So they came in here and they started singing Christmas carols to me. And I just cried and cried and cried. At all of it. At having my family come to help me, my friends come to help me, and then this. I was thinking about auditioning for Perchance Theatre. So I contacted Danielle Irvine, the artistic director, and I asked her what she thought of it. And she said, "Come out and audition." So I did.
I thought, wow, if we're going to do something amazing, let's do something amazing this summer now while we have each other to do this with.
And I got cast as Lady Macbeth. My immediate thought was, how can anybody going through stage 4 cancer and chemotherapy treatments put the energy, the physical and emotional energy, into a theater production?
I found it hard, knowing how hard she was working, at the same time inspired by it, and was very worried about her, but at the same time didn't want to coddle her because she would kick my ass.
Doing a production while going through chemotherapy has been interesting. Obviously, a wig became necessary.
And at one point, she and Paula approached me about her taking off her wig and the two of them rubbing their bald heads together and having that. And I, at the time, felt wrong. I said, well, for anybody in the audience who's a friend of Janet's, they're instantly going to be pulled out of her acting and creating this character and go, right, she's got stage 4 cancer, and this might be the last time we see her on stage. And so it completely changed the performance in my mind. And I said no.
And men stuck in my throat.
These deeds must not be thought after these ways, so it will make us mad.
When we did the performance for the Cancer Care Foundation, it became immediately possible because everybody there went into this knowing why we were doing this special performance. We were doing it to give hope to people undergoing a serious strain or friends and family thereof and work caregivers. And so it became about celebrating and acknowledging that part of her journey. So she did take her wig off as part of the show, and it was beautiful.
She has such humor and such a positive attitude, and you don't really expect that from somebody going through stage 4 cancer.
I mean, we started this journey. She was very, very sick, and I made sure we had an understudy in place because in the back of my mind was the fact that she might not make it through the summer.
But it's been my favorite production, and it's been the most extreme time in my life in terms of my physical well-being. I described it once as I felt like I'd been hanging on by my nails. Now I'm sliding down that hill. But the show has been a ledge for me to land on.
She never stopped smiling, and she never complained once, ever, the entire summer.
And my latest CT scan shows that the one lymph node that was affected has actually shrunk a little bit. When they tell you that you have a terminal illness and your time is limited, every day becomes really precious. You don't have all the time in the world. And you don't know when it's going to be you. Or someone that you love. So I would like for people to start appreciating what they have and stop complaining about stupid little crap. Stupid stuff that doesn't make any difference. Complain about the weather. If there's nothing you can do about it, put on a hat. Whatever's going on with you, as long as you can, do it. Do the things that you love. Don't sit around and wait, and don't make excuses, and don't, just do it. If there's something you want to do, do it. And live.